Hi friend, if you joined me last week you would have heard I'm doing a 3-day workshop coming up. I thought I was going to do 2 paintings, but now I'm not. Things have changed. This week I actually painted this koala thinking it would be for the free workshop coming up, but when I finished recording I realized that it took me 3 hours to do, and that is too long for a free workshop. So I changed my plans. We're going to do just the one at the workshop, and I'm going to share with you how I painted this little koala, some of the tricks and how to paint the fur. And like usual, a little recap of my life as an artist and a previous gallery owner and making money from my art. Well, it's been nearly 3 weeks since I sold my gallery, and next week I'm going to talk about how I'm actually making money now. I won't do that now, just a little preempt for that. So if you're interested in that, definitely stay tuned. This week I have been, like most weeks in the term, I've been doing some face-to-face classes, and I really do love teaching face-to-face. I'm doing about 4 less classes this term, getting all ready to do no in-person classes in a month or 2 as I head up north and have a bit of a break. But this week as well, I was looking at all the colours. I was selling some of the packs because I've had actually quite a few new students this week. It was fun talking about the paint colours and what is needed. I'm also working on a colour mixing booklet that has all of the colours that I use. I use 24 colours all up, and that's going to be such a great resource. So the biggest thing that I'm working on right now, as you will have heard, is the free workshop coming up. So it's a 3-day workshop on the 6th, 7th and 8th of March. And the exciting thing is this time is I'm actually painting something a bit bigger than normal. Often I'm only doing something fairly small, and it's quite a lot more detailed. And the other thing we're offering is you can come to a morning session or an evening session, or vice versa if you're from a different part of the world. But the whole idea is that you can come if you're in different countries and it doesn't work with the Melbourne, Australia time, which is AEDT time. So 8 a.m. in the morning and 8 p.m. at night, AEDT time. And you can come and join the free workshop. And what's great about coming live with me is you can ask questions and you can paint along, and it really helps and encourages you to learn, step by step. You do get the replays for a little while, but it is fun coming live. And knowing some of my current students, they might probably come along to both so that they get the most out of it, but we will be following on the same in the morning, and the night we'll be doing the same thing. But you can already sign up to that at paintingwithheather.com/free workshop. There's a link below if you want to go and look at that. Come and join me. It's a good thing that I have a few more hours in my week now because I can spend a lot more time preparing things for online. It's a fair bit of work, but I really, really enjoy doing the work. And I especially enjoy helping you discover more about how you can paint amazing things and be more creative than you think you really are. I do hope you consider joining me in the workshop. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it if you do. And until next time, I'm going to just chatter a little bit about this painting here, some of the tips and pointers in how I made fur. So let's go and have a look at that now. So yeah, it's a bit of fun watching along here, and obviously it's a time lapse, so going pretty quick. The background in this, I decided to do most of the detail, but if I was to teach it, I'd probably do a lot less detail. Blurring backgrounds, there's a lot of wiping the brush and using dry brushes to actually blend everything together. But this video, I'm going to talk more about how to do the fur. But as we just finish off the last few seconds of the background, you can just see I'm trying to make things darker and get the right colors and get the shading. And you probably can't see it as much here, but I'm always wiping my brush and going back and getting other colors to make everything blend together really, really nicely. So let's have a look now at how I do the fur. So I start with a background color. I don't cover the whole area with something, as you might not see that there is actually a grid there that I've done. So I know I'm looking at little areas. I'm looking at the photo reference, which you can't see in this video. But I'm putting patches of all the dark areas down around the face to begin with. And I'm sort of trying to get the right colors and looking at, imagining what's underneath. And now you can see I'm getting a smaller brush. It's a rigger. I'm using a rigger and also like a 0, I think I am, round brush, and just doing little squiggles on top, because I want that feeling of, the under space or the under hair, the under skin to be that dark area, and then on top is all the little fur. So I'm trying to use different brushes here. Here I'm using a rigger brush. I'm just trying to use brushes in a way to try and get an effect. Sometimes I change brushes to see if I can make it work differently, and using more medium or less medium. So I do a little patch at a time because I like to look at the reference photo and make sure that I've sort of got everything in the right place, that I've got the really bright spots in the right place, the dark spots, and then I go into the next area. So just one little area at a time is the trick that I like to do, because it, especially with the photorealistic way, you don't want to lose track of, you know, even all of those little tiny squiggles. Sometimes one squiggle really has an effect. It actually helps it look like there's a dimple, or look like there's, you know, something that helps you with the shape of the actual koala. So I'm mostly using a rigger here, just trying to bring in some of those really fine details. I really felt like when I was painting this, I should have used even smaller brushes. But if any of you know my painting style, I do like to not go super detailed in terms of like really tiny brushes. I like to think about someone standing back a meter from my picture and, you know, appreciating it and seeing it as a photo. So it means I can get things done a little quicker. So you can see I'm moving on to the other section here and just putting down the darks, just trying to look at, you know, this part of the koala's head is a little bit lighter. So I'm making, you know, the under part a little bit lighter as well, while I'm there just obviously getting the ear sort of sorted as well. But I'll let you just have a little enjoyment with some music and look at the rest of the video, and you'll see the same process I'm doing the whole time is getting patches of darkness down, the darkest area down first, wiping my brush, going back, getting a smaller brush, experimenting with different brushes and different mediums to put on top. And I am painting onto wet paint, so you don't want to use too much medium when you're doing that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy watching the rest of this video, and just have some fun letting this and watching this little koala come to life. And I hope you can join me on our free workshop where you can learn to not do this piece because it was going to take too long, but we'll be doing the beautiful blue wren, as I said earlier. You can join me. So until next week, have a great week and have fun watching the rest of this. See ya.